Thank you for tuning in to the Faceless Podcast. I go by the name of Shepherd. My friends call me Sheps. You could call me whatever you want, as long as it's not Oi. I'll probably talk to you. Now, before we go any further, you already know. Scroll up, hit that like, hit that subscription, hit that notifications bell so that you're notified every time I put out a podcast. Share this with your friends. Share this with your enemies. Just let them know we're out here. Again, just to reiterate, the whole point of the podcast is diversity of thought. So if you watch this or you've watched any of my podcasts, any of my videos, and you disagree, that's fantastic. As long as you know why you disagree, put that in the comments. Let's start these conversations going. I just want everyone to think for themselves. That's all I want. I don't want you to agree with me or disagree with me. I couldn't care less. I just want you to be able to formulate your own opinions. That's, I think, is one of the best ways we could combat what we're finding now. What the world we're living in now, for you to know why you believe in what you believe in, without just say, that's what mainstream media tells me. Oh, yeah, cool, I believe that as well. So I want you, I'm speaking to you, you see this, directed at you, to know why you believe in what you believe in. Now, what I want to talk about right now, it could be a touchy subject. So basically, what's happening now is the Breonna Taylor situation. Is we've got Kyle Rittenhouse, and we've got the other guy, forgive me, I forgot his name, who has now committed suicide. And this is all surrounding what's been going on, Black Lives Matter, everything else. Now, this is my Black Lives Matter update. I've been speaking to a lot of my friends who have got sense, but might be left-leaning politically speaking. No, actually, I retract that. They're not even left-leaning politically speaking. They just identify that way because it's the cool thing to do at the moment. When you actually break down the issues, what do you believe in? There might be centre, maybe slightly centre-left or slightly centre-right. But when it comes to Instagram, when it comes to Facebook, when it comes to Twitter, you'd think they are ultra leftists because that's what's cool right now, and a lot of people are scared to say what they actually think, because it's cancel culture. That's what's going on now. You're thinking, Shepard, you've already made a video on Black Lives Matter. We know where you stand. Why are you doing this update video? As I've mentioned, we've got Breonna Taylor. Even adding to that, we've got George Floyd, we've got Kyle Rittenhouse, and we've got the guy, I forgot his name, who was attacked outside his dad's bar, I think, bar or restaurant, and ended up shooting someone or killing someone in self-defense, and he's now killed himself. Why am I bringing this up? So when Black Lives Matter this time around came back, everything was very emotionally charged. It was act now, bang out now, and then everything goes hush hush when it comes to the facts. With George Floyd, my prediction is we've got one of two scenarios that's coming up. So when this court case comes, either we're going to get a political culling, which means they won't be able to prove anything, but they're going to convict the police officers anyway, just to prove a point, or they're gonna get let go because you can't prove first-degree murder or second-degree murder, whatever they've been charged of, based on the facts of the case. And I would suggest you look at the extended clip, which got released from the George Floyd incident. I would suggest you look at the letter of the law in terms of how Chauvin reacted. He was acting within training. Now, this is not me defending him. There's no excuse for having your knee on someone's neck for 9 minutes, 8 minutes. There is absolutely no excuse. But what's now happened is because Black Lives Matter, the organization, has got you so emotionally charged. You saw the first, third degree, and it's not good enough. It's not good enough. And then now it's got put up to second degree. You're forgetting you have to prove this in court. So what's going to happen now is the defense is gonna come up. They're just gonna poke holes in it and say, okay, cool. We've read the autopsy report. There's been two, I think, and one the family did and an independent one, and I think there's even been another one. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Yeah, he had deadly levels of fentanyl in his system, based on blood work, which was done as soon as he arrived. So these samples were taken as soon as he arrived into the hospital. So this is not residual. There's actually a doctor that got asked about it who done the blood work, and they're saying, look, even on a normal day, this is enough to potentially put someone in danger or to cause a heart attack or to cause issues. There's one autopsy report which is saying he didn't die due to asphyxiation. It could have been excited delirium. It could have been overdose. There's other issues. Now this is what the defense is going to be bringing up, because remember, what it's innocent till proven guilty regardless of who you are. On top of that, you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt, remember, beyond a reasonable doubt, that this person committed second degree murder or first degree murder, third degree murder, whatever the crime might be. You have to prove it beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, you think about it as a free thinking person. Do you think in the court of law they've got enough evidence to convict these police officers for the crimes that they've been charged with? This is separate now to how you feel or what you feel like they deserve. That's separate. This, what you feel like they deserve. This could be anything. You can say, look, let's push them off the waterfalls. Like, that's you. That's your feelings. I feel like they deserve to be obliviated or obliterated or whatever Harry Potter spell you want to put in there. That's your feelings. You're entitled to them. You can feel that way. Now, the rational. Now, let's speak about what can be proven in a court of law. Do you think, based on the evidence that you have available today, the defense or the prosecution has available today, you can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that what Chauvin done to George Floyd was second degree murder? And if your answer is no, be prepared. If your answer is yes, be prepared for a shock. Because what will now happen is people are going to riot. People are going to think, because they've made it seem like it's so clear cut, this is start, finish, there's no debunking this. Because they've not set you up to actually face reality, you're going to be super hurt, super upset, and you're going to think this is the system not working again. Because they've not given you the truth. They've not told you the truth. How many news outlets in the mainstream media did you see reporting on the extended clip, reporting on the autopsy that was done, the blood work report? They do not care about you. They do not care about you knowing the truth. What they care about, and when I say they, I'm going to be specific what I'm speaking about, mainstream media and the Black Lives Matter organization. What they care about is furthering their movement and making money. That's what they care about. The Breonna Taylor case. Again, new evidence came out. They made it seem like she just got ran upon in her house and she had nothing to do with nothing, and then they just shot her. She's dead. Even me, I was thinking, what? Like, what? How do police do? How can you run up in the wrong house? How does that? Like, I was about to put on a mask and go protest and say, no, this can't be happening. But my brain told me, just wait 1 minute. Let's see what comes out. It said it in that voice. It now turns out Breonna Taylor's name's on the warrant. She's been getting investigated for a long amount of time. Her boyfriend at the time, I don't know if it's this current boyfriend or ex-boyfriend, had a massive drug connection, running drugs. This so there was a dead body found in a car that Breonna Taylor was renting at the time. Like, there's loads of information. So she was actually on the warrant. They did mean to go there. The person or the boyfriend, whoever it is, shot at the police first, actually hit and wounded one of the sergeants that was on site. And now there is an idiot police officer who was shooting just through the window, just out here spraying. So I think he's gonna get in trouble. The facts of the case have been looked at, and the rest of them are not getting in trouble. People want to riot because it looks like the system is letting off what you've been made to believe to be racist police officers, to be heinous crimes committed against black people for no reason. This is what Black Lives Matter want you. This is how they want you feeling. I bet you there's a part of them that is actually, and when I say Black Lives Matter, I'm talking about the organization. I'm talking about the leaders, the ones that are trained Marxists, the ones that are following an ideology which was made by a racist person. Karl Marx defended racism in his books. He defended slavery. He said, I think, and Adam, that I forget his name. I forgot his name. That Adam IRL. He used to be on Temple. Forgive me. He does a fantastic deep dive into Karl Marx, so you could find out what type of person he was. This is what, so Black Lives Matter, who are fighting racism, have based their ideology off a racist person. This is what you're following. And why have I made this update? I'll come back to that question. Shepherd, why are you making this Black Lives Matter update? Because I'm tired of hearing people say what Black Lives Matter means to me. This is how people are getting around and justifying what's happening now. And I don't mean this to get at anyone. I'm just tired of hearing it. People are saying, well, yes, I know there's violence, there's this and that out there, but Black Lives Matter to me means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To be fair, these are smart people I'm talking to. Some of my closest friends, people just in the world at large, who say none of them condone the violence. And I'm not trying to talk to the people that condone the violence. You're too far gone. You cannot be helped. You just go do what you're gonna do, because you're not looking for reason. You're not looking for logic. I'm trying to talk to the people who actually want to rationalize the position, actually want to believe in something based on facts and evidence, and you might be getting misguided. Your emotions might be getting used to get the better out of you. That's who I want to. That's who I'm trying to talk to. Because it's not that like if I could sit down with the owners or the creators of Black Lives Matter, I wouldn't. I would, and try to rationalize why I believe in what I believe in. But some of these people are too far gone. Someone once told me when I was asking them, and I was saying, well, more black people have died now as a result of the riots than got unarmed black people that got killed by the police last year. They said, yeah, that's what happens. Casualties of war, collateral damage. That's what I got told. I don't know if I could get through to that person. You're not looking for solutions. You're actually just saying, you know what? I'm riding for this because of maybe your personal insecurities, or you just hate white people, or you just fully believe in what's going on. For whatever reason, some people are out of reach. Not because I don't want to reach them, but because it's just not worth anyone's time, really. All we could do is, okay, cool, try to just put them in a little safe environment, for lack of a better term, where, okay, you want to protest as long as you're peaceful and you're sticking to the law, happy days. As soon as you break the law, you're getting arrested. And we'll just treat you as such because you're not trying to engage on an ideological. From when there's videos out there of someone saying, yeah, we're going to go out there and kill police officers for no reason. You can't get through to people like that. So who I'm trying to speak to are the people that are thinking Black Lives Matter means this to me. I do not condone the violence. I do not condone the murders and everything else. They had the fact that in black communities, they're the ones getting burnt. The fact that you've got crime in New York increasing. You've got crime in all these black-run, democratic-run states which have been democratic for 50 years. The fact that it's their policies that are actually harming the black community. The fact that the reason that they're over-police is because the crime is high. So people that are thinking, okay, you know what? Black Lives Matter to me means equality for black people. Black people being treated equal, but they don't condone the violence. They don't condone all this madness that we're seeing. This is who I'm trying to speak to. For how long will you use Black Lives Matter means this to me as an excuse to justify standing behind a movement that is causing more harm than good for black people. Standing behind a movement that actually does not care about black people, that only care about useful black people, that only care when the black person who's been injured fits the narrative. Another one, Jacob Blake, when he's got shot, you could disagree with me about should he have got shot 7 times in his back, whatever. We could disagree on that, that's cool. The guy got accused of rape. The black woman done the correct thing, called the police. I don't know if he had a restriction or he wasn't allowed to be there, but the police have said next time he comes around, call us. And I don't know if he's been charged of the rape, but the accusation was digitally rape the woman while the child's in the room. This is a despicable person. He's done that. He's came back the second time around, trying to take the car keys. The lady has done the correct thing, has called for assistance, has called for help. The police have come. There's the footage that's been released where Jacob Blake is fighting with the police on the floor, overpowers them. They try to tase him, it doesn't work. He goes to his car now, ignoring everything he's been told to do, and he's reaching for something. He gets shot. It's unfortunate. I never want to see anyone get shot. I never want to see anyone just die unnecessarily. Where is the support for the black woman? Where is Me Too? Where is Me Too? Where is Black Lives Matter? Where is the third wave feminists that are saying thank you to the police because this could have potentially led to this woman being abused again by the same person? This is why I'm tired. So for how long are you, Mr. Black or Mrs. Black Lives Matter means this to me, how long are you going to use the fact that you've got a different ideology in your head of what you want it to be as an excuse to justify standing behind this movement? Because if you don't condone the violence, if you do not condone the message, if you do not condone the fact that it's Marxist in origin, why are you still standing behind them? And again, I differentiate between the sentiment of Black Lives Matter. Of course, Black Lives Matter. That goes without saying. No one who is not in the KKK or an NF or pretty much they hate someone because of their race. They hate black people because of their race. No one outside of that sect would disagree with you that Black Lives Matter. Yes, Black Lives Matter. That's the sentiment. And wherever there's injustice, injustice to anyone will be there, will be fighting. If you want to just stick up for black people, I don't know what that says about you as a person, but that's your choice. You could do that. Injustice to black people, let's just put that there. We'll be with you, we'll be fighting. That's the sentiment. Now the organization, when you're now doing, because these people, like, what makes me laugh is they'll say, no, I don't fully stand behind it. But when the organization tells you donate, you donate. When the organization tells you boycott this person, you boycott that person. When the organization tells you Black Screen Tuesdays, everyone done Black Screen Tuesdays. When the organization tells you take a knee before your sports event, you're taking a knee before the sports event. So how can you say you don't stand behind the organization, but you're doing everything the organization's asking you to do? It does not make sense. Again, let me give you another example. The Nazi Party, and I'm not saying Black Lives Matter, the organization, is as bad or anywhere near as bad as the Nazi Party. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is giving you an example. You will find Germans who were alive in the Nazi Party who will tell you that they was trying to do good for the people, who will tell you that I was not racist. I personally did not hate the Jews. I did not condone the gassing of the Jews. I did not condone the treatment of the Jews. But they donated, they supported, they went to their rallies. What are you going to say to them? If they tell you the Nazi Party to me means equality for Germans or Germans first or whatever you want to put in place, what would you tell them? Would you go, oh, fair enough, that's what it means to you? That's my question. This is why I'm not upset, I'm just a bit animated, but I'm tired of hearing it. And it's been all over the place. You know me, normally I like to be organised. Hit this point, hit this point. I'll be going back and forth, back and forth. Because that's how my head is right now, back and forth. Because I'm tired of hearing Black Lives Matter means this to me. What does the organisation stand for? Do you support that? That's the question I'm going to ask you. Do you support what the organisation stands for? Not what you think it stands for, what the leaders of the organisation themselves say it stands for. Do you support that? And if you do, then be bold about it. Yeah, that's what I support. Dismantle capitalism. It was on there. It was on the manifesto, and I think they took it down now. Dismantling capitalism. What's that got to do with Black lives? If that's what you support, then be bold. If you don't support it, then don't be up here. Like, if you support someone randomly being stopped at a pub or at a bar and being told, put your fists up, or you're getting threatened with violence. If that's what you support, then be bold. Hold the smoke that comes with holding that ideology. That's all I'm saying. But I do not want to hear people say Black Lives Matter means this to me, because they know the organisation that they're standing behind is doing some very, very awful things, which is making all of us look bad. Because I am a black person. It's making because what happens is now you've got, I promise you now, please, someone who's got more intelligence than me, do this study. Since Black Lives Matter has come back this time around, I wonder how many racists have been made. Like, and I'm not speaking about black racists or white racists. I bet you KKK are getting applications through the roof right now as a result of Black Lives Matter. Not because they feel threatened, but because you're telling white people you're inherently racist. There's nothing you could do about it. And you're blaming people that have never done anything to harm you for things that they've never done. I bet you KKK or whatever racist organisation from the white perspective is leading it right now. They're laughing. They're enjoying this free promo. You're just running little racists into their arms. Because Black Lives Matter, in their name, people are destroying cities. People are destroying businesses. People are dying in the name of Black Lives Matter. Is that what you support? You can't tell me Black Lives Matter means this to me. If we're talking about the sentiment, that's different. Of course, Black lives do matter. However, when we're now talking about what's going on in reality, in today's world, we're discussing the organisation. Do you condone the Black Lives Matter organisation, or do you condemn it? It's past the time where you could be neutral or be indifferent. It's past that time, because people are out here dying. People's lives have been ruined. Businesses have been ruined. Families have been ruined in your name. That's what's happening. They're ruining it in your name. If you're supporting Black Lives Matter, the organisation, they're doing it in your name. If you're donating, they're doing it in your name. If you're doing the Blackout Tuesdays, taking a knee, they're doing it in your name. And it's time that hits home. That needs to hit in your heart. And if that's what you want, then fair enough. Fair enough. There's nothing I can do. Fair enough. That's what you want. If what's going on right now is exactly why you're donating money, exactly why you're posting these Blackout Tuesdays, exactly why you're boycotting things, if this is what you wanted, congratulations, you're achieving your goals. But if it's not, you need to reassess. You need to reassess and think, what am I actually supporting here? Because guess what? As a snake that's eating itself, only the very, very extreme will be left standing in the end. If you're on this half and half, yeah, but this is what it means to me, you're going to get eaten. They're coming for you. And they don't give it. They even hate you more. They probably respect me because I stand against. I say I do not support that organization. I do not believe in what it stands for. They probably respect that more than you standing there going, yeah, well, I don't really support them, but I kind of support them, but it means this to me. Just think about it, guys. Got it out my chest. Am I talking nonsense? Let me know in the comments. It has been all over the place. If you feel like it was too all over the place, let me know in the comments. If you feel like I hit the nail on the head, let me know in the comments. If you feel like someone would benefit from hearing what I just had to say, share it to them. I appreciate every single one of you for listening. Because you don't have to. I'm no one that you really don't have to. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. Like this, share this, subscribe, tell a friend, tell a friend, to then tell a friend. Let's grow the Faceless Nation. That's what I want to do. Let's grow the Faceless Nation. I go by the name of Shepherd. My friends call me Sheps. Call me whatever you want. As long as it's not I guess I'll respond. It's the Faceless Podcast. Have a good day, good night, good morning, wherever you are.